Let's do that. We're growing fibers to experiment with what can actually be functional as a used piece of paper. Not every fiber can, but through our process of working with weeds and through our process of growing specific plants and experimenting, we've come up with a sort of palette of fibers that are functional for paper. That means we pick it, we dry it, we cook it to get rid of the impurities, and then we put it in a paper beater, and the paper beater breaks it down so that it's usable to make a sheet of paper. You know, because we're here in the country, we have land, and what we can do with it, how can we use that land in a way to encourage sustainable paper making? So we've started a farm with a community-supported agriculture, a CSA. And the first thing we did was pull their weeds, because they didn't have enough people to, it was a brand new project, they didn't have enough people, they had crops and weeds, sort of about the same ratio. So we said, gee, can we use your weeds? So we started picking weeds. Then we began to think about what can we grow as a sustainable product that we can use in paper making, and then use that to get to work with kids and with adults working with fibers that are renewable. So we're not going to be cutting down trees anymore. Not that we're going to make Xerox paper, but we're making paper for artists. A few years ago, we moved from the sustainable agriculture farm to a plot near us. That plot's now been sold. It was a rented property, and we're starting to build a new farm plot on our own land. It's a former site of cement mining, so it's an industrial reuse. We're repurposing that property.
One of the benefits of Art Farm in terms of the community is that we bring in kids from elementary schools local to the area, like Kingston, which is about 15 minutes from Rosendale. And children are able to learn art through other mediums besides drawing, like paper making, etching, printmaking, those sorts of things, silkscreen. And the great thing about paper making is it's really hard to mess up. So when you're a 10-year-old, it's a great way to explore your creativity. And they really get to see how the paper is made from seed to sheet. So essentially, our dream is to have a pavilion on this art farm, to have the students up there. They can literally harvest the fiber that they're going to use and see the paper go from being a plant in the ground to a sheet that they can draw on, that they can write on, that they can make sculpture out of.